Akwa Ibom state government moves to stem down animal to human rabies infection. Mixed reactions to a federal government proposal to remove mathematics as compulsory subject for students in art stream. Plus, Scripture Union partners Ministry of Education and Dakada Skills Acquisition to enhance skills in young Nigerians. Hello there, very good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on NTOU News at 10. My name is Clement Barikui, and as a reminder, this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube. Do well to engage our pages. Akwa Ibom State government is taking its rabies campaign to the hinterlands as part of measures to stem the transmission of the disease from animals to humans. It is the inauguration of mass anti-rabies campaign in Uyo, from where Evelyn Baduepo reports.
The campaign is part of Akwa Ibom State government's efforts to prevent rabies transmission from animals to man. The campaign is intentional. This is because focus on rural area is the heart as access to animal care and veterinary services is limited. World Anti-Rabies Day, celebrated on 28th of September annually, according to the WHO, accounts for 6,000 deaths globally. Found in pets like dogs, cats, and animals like bats, rabies is transmissible through human contact with saliva. Research shows that rabies is best preventable than cured, according to vet doctors. Hence the call for pet owners to vaccinate pets at all times.
Having recognized that 75% of diseases affecting human beings come from the animals, infectious diseases. We have from monkeys, from rats, from bats, from wild animals, from consuming of unwholesome meat. That is our duty to help in promoting the health of the state.
Rabies is a deadly, fatal disease. And once the clinical signs are manifested, there is no cure. We have had pockets of rabies outbreaks in the states.
And reservoirs of rabies disease are vaccinated in order to cut the chain of transmission and thereby eradicate the disease.
Place of preventing the transmission of this disease from animals to humans highlights the need for us to work collaboratively.
Representative of the Agri Commissioner, Atamokoko, calls on persons to assess this free public health intervention of transmission of infectious disease from animals to humans by vaccinating their pets.
I urge all pet owners to take full advantage of this opportunity by presenting their dogs for vaccination. Together, we can build a safer, healthier, and free Akwa Ibom State from rabies.
You could imagine one dog destroying 4 pigs, and when 4 pigs are destroyed in the farm, we understand the implication, the losses incurred by the farmers.
We are happy that you are taking this to the rural areas, that today some people have come to know how good and why we should keep dogs.
The event, which climaxed with the free vaccination of pets across the state, will last for 1 week. Evelyn Badu Epu, NTA News.
As part of a continuous effort to promote peace and spiritual well-being among youths in the country, the Scripture Union Nigeria has visited the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Education and the Dakada Skills Acquisition Center, DASAC, to strengthen collaborations to achieve its spiritual goals. Abbasiayong Ekpeyong has details.
The visit to the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Education and the Dakada Skills Acquisition Center by the Scripture Union Nigeria was to activate partnership with the two government ministry and institution on possible ways to upskill young Nigerians in Akwa Ibom State for all-round development. The visit, led by the General Director, Pastor Uwemodo, is part of ongoing tour of the 10 regions of the Union in the country. While declaring the purpose of his visitation to both parties, Pastor Udo seeks state government approval to reach out to students on moral education program and for DASAC to train select youths from Scripture Union in various skills at the center.
The rise in vices, decay of moral values, apathy for diligence and hard work in academic and other pursuits, and so on, calls for concerted effort and prayers. Gladly, this is at the core of the well-designed Arise agenda of Your Excellency, and we desire to do our bit with particular emphasis on the educational sector and other youth-oriented programs of this administration.
In their responses, the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ubong Umo, and the Rector of Dakada Skills Acquisition Center, Professor Enoide Musoro, while lauding the Union for sustaining a morally sound teachings among students over the years, promised to put the highlighted request into consideration.
At a time like this, that we have a pastor as the governor of the state, we hope that up till the primary school, we should be able to feel the effect of God and a godly administration. And for such, I commend you for not just for the faith, but for sustaining that which is good.
These are where you have clusters of skills in them. So for you to ask that we train young people from Scripture Union background is a good request. So we will actually need further collaborate and discuss on that.
The visit ended with prayers for the development and growth of the ministry and the center, as well as the presentation of a gift to the Commissioner of Education and the Rector of Dakada Skills Acquisition Center. In Uyo, Abaseyan Ekpenyong, NTA News.
The Akwa Ibom State government has received and adopted a memo from the Ministry of Education for the upgrade of the College of Education of Faranset to the Akwa Ibom State University of Education. At the October edition of the State Executive Council meeting, Governor Umoeno in Council also approved the regularization of the policy upgrading the college to a university. He reports. The monthly State Executive Council meeting, presided over by the Governor and Chairman in Council, Umoeno, apart from adopting the memo for the upgrade of the College of Education to the State University of Education, also approved the establishment of the Office of the Public Defender under the Ministry of Justice. The office is aimed at ensuring free legal representation for indigent residents, reducing the number of suspects detained without trial and promoting justice.
In giving effect to the promotion of justice, social welfare, safety and security management components of the Arise agenda, the Executive Council considered and approved a memo for the establishment of the Office of the Public Defender under the Ministry of Justice. The essence of the Office of the Public Defender, OPD, are to, amongst other things, provide free legal representation to indigent residents in cases to ensure that they receive fair treatment under the law.
Following the review of the report of the Interministerial Committee on the implementation of the state of emergency declared in the health sector, the State Executive Council approved the hosting of a health sector stakeholders dialogue slated for the 8th and 9th of November 2025, as well as the recruitment of non-indigent doctors and the rehabilitation of some government hospitals and primary health care facilities within 2 weeks.
The Executive Council considered and approved the projects and programs, including timelines, especially the engagement and recruitment of doctors and other medical professionals in the sector, the increase in special peculiar allowances for doctors and medical personnel, skipping policy for the health sector, evaluation and completion of bill of quantities for phase 1 of the rehabilitation of selected hospitals and primary health care facilities across the state within 2 weeks from today to enable the health infrastructure interventions to commence by November 1, 2025.
The governor in council also approved the upgrade of hospitals within the 3 senatorial districts, as well as the appointment of Dr. Joanne Ekoba as the medical director of the Mother and Child Hospital in Ibiano. Clement.
You are still watching NTA News. More news will continue after this break. Stay with us.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinale Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinale Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinale Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinale Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinale Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
Mind-blowing innovation in hospitality. Tastefully furnished rooms and apartments, cozy restaurant with local and continental dishes, exquisite bar, standard laundry and car wash, free Wi-Fi and 24-hour spa and water supply. Feel the superior quality of hospitality and luxury as you unwind and relish the comfort of life, all at the Silver Luxury Hotel, managed by Joy Hymns Limited, Itiam Utep Street, Plot 100 Units L, with Housing Estates, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For inquiries and reservations, please call 0806-840-1220 or 0701-661-7341. The Silver Luxury Hotel, oasis of comfort.
Thank you for staying tuned. We now continue with the rest of our stories. Reactions have continued to trail federal government's recent decision to remove mathematics as a compulsory subject for students in the arts stream. While some welcome the move as a bold step towards widening access to tertiary education, others urged government to ensure that standards are not compromised. Ngozi Okafor reports.
Candidates seeking admissions into faculties of arts in Nigerian universities no longer need to pass mathematics in their senior school certificate examinations SSCE, according to a revised national guidelines for entry requirement into Nigerian tertiary institutions. This, a cross-section of people in Umuahia, described the policy as a progressive reform capable of reducing barriers that have long hindered many talented arts students from advancing studies. Commending President Tinubu's administration for what they termed pragmatism and flexibility in education policy, respondents say the policy would help brilliant students who are gifted in literature, languages, and the humanities to pursue their dreams without frustration. The policy, which they described as a student-friendly initiative in line with global best practices, would encourage more students to stay focused on their strengths rather than dropping out because of one subject.
If they remove mathematics, I think it is okay. It is a nice one because so many people have been denied admission because of mathematics. There are people who have a phobia for mathematics. But this now, with this development, it will encourage them not to go to the...
Government knows that students should go to school. So it is a more reason to be considered, having been that the government of a country will need students to be admitted into the university instead of roaming around the town, going around, doing things that are uncalled for. So I think this is a welcome development.
However, Some cautioned that while the move is commendable, proper guideline and curriculum review should follow to ensure that students will acquire basic numeracy skills needed in everyday life.
And I don't think it's a welcome development because in our individual lives, I think we need mathematics in terms of planning and other things we do. So removal doesn't, to me, doesn't make any sense.
Consensus is that the reform aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's broader drive to expand access to tertiary education and make learning more inclusive, particularly for students with diverse aptitudes. In Umuahia, Ngozi Okafor, NTA News.
The national leadership of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has officially announced the passing on to eternal glory of evangelist Umar Okpai, who departed this life at the blessed age of 80. The official announcement was made by the national president of the religious body, Bishop Francis Wale Oke, during a press briefing at the State Secretariat of Nigeria Union of Journalists. The national president of PFN, Bishop Francis Wale Oke, represented by the national secretary, Bishop David Bakari, describes Pa Umar Okpai as a trailblazer of the Pentecostal movement in Nigeria, a father in the faith, and one of the most enduring, comforting voices of evangelism and revival in the nation's history. Bishop Bakari notes that it was at a crusade organized by the late religious icon that Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria sprung up, thus describing him as the founding father of the body. He posits that his homegoing, coming on the eve of PFN's 40th anniversary, reminds them of great heritage of faith laid by their founding fathers, and in honor of his life and legacy, PFN at 40th Thanksgiving will officially dedicate to his memory. Chairman Akwa Ibom State Council of NUJ, Comrade Nsibet John, while commiserating with the PFN, also appreciate them for the visit and assured of adequate publicity. While in a recent development, Bayelsa State Governor Doyin Diri and 19 House of Assembly members have resigned from the People's Democratic Party. Here is the details.
And we allowed the speculations, we allowed the debates. While that was lasting, we, as a people, as elected representatives and appointed, we were also doing our own consultations. And after extensive consultations, today, the 15th day of October 2025, I wish to formally notify you that in keeping with the extant protocols, I, Governor Doyin Diri, do hereby resign my membership of the People's Democratic Party. And I'm not going to resign alone. And as you can see, I'm here with Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and all the members of our party who are going to go with me. There are some who are not here because they are on official assignments. And so today, I have formally resigned my membership of the People's Democratic Party for very obvious reasons. I'm grateful to all my friends and supporters who have stood by us and with us. And I want to thank all of you again and again.
You're still watching NTA News. Let's now pause for another break. The news will continue when we return. Stay with us.
CY Best Electronics. Awesome, great, and indeed a finesse among the best quality electronics of all brands of television and smart television sets ranging from 19 to 66 inches, compact disc, DVD players, home theater sets, and soundbar music systems. What about extension wires and accessories, AV, HDMI, auxiliary cables, TV guard and surge protectors, wall brackets, DVD mounts, and wall shelves? These and more at CY Best Electronics, 30 Nepal Line, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For inquiries and order, please call 0803 599 7564, 0808 556 3469, or 0802 685 0027. CY Best Electronics. God is love.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suites for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Thank you for staying tuned. Now, time for us to hear the latest in the sporting world. And Ijoma Peter Wante is our guide.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria is set to face another daunting task in the semi-finals of the CAF Playoff Tournament for a place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup after their last group match against Benin Republic on Tuesday, which ended 4-0 in favor of the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen's hat-trick not enough to secure automatic ticket after South Africa had beaten Rwanda 3-0 to see the group's World Cup spot. Gabon finished second in Group F with 25 points, just 1 point behind African champions Côte d'Ivoire to earn a spot among the top 4 runners-up who advanced to the playoffs.
It's really a tough and rough road for us to qualify to the World Cup, but I believe in the never die spirit of the Super Eagles. We can actually get it. It doesn't matter how we get it, we should just get to the 2026 World Cup.
Elsewhere, Nigeria's under-17 women's national team, the Flamingos, rounded off their pre-World Cup preparations in style with a hard-fought 3-2 victory over Paraguay in Casablanca on Tuesday evening. Coach Bankole Olowokere's girls sealed their 12th warm-up game, extending their scoring tally to an impressive 50 goals. And finally, Nigeria taekwondo athletes have won 2 silver medals at the ongoing Anoka Zone 3 Games in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. Nigeria's promising young star Awoniyi Mubarak, making his debut for Nigeria internationally, narrowly missed the gold medal when Nigeria lost 2-1 to host Burkina Faso in the final in the -68 kg. With sports updates, Ijoma Peter Wante, NTA News.
And that's the most we have for you on the news at 10. Up next is a news translation with Abasianyang Ekpenyong. I remain Clement Barikui. Have a lovely day ahead.
Uka state mi eda keda maedi kwanu fa una mudo me boyoke kidemu nam adok mono widem. Mono wu tension si ko e bang fan lutuma me kamo kaidet Nigeria na madisi barkotu kwempo ndito fongure koto art. Ebe koto scripture union e yimedi na kedio fo koto me segem ko e bang lutum wet ke state mi you fong wet takada na utum fon. Kwa iwe mesi eminse kamini mkibi winkire basenya ekpeyon ya iko membo kisini uba asene. Uka sete kwa iwe mesi aneto udongo mebo yoke kidem unam me kpana kpan mona me dongo ke yewo yodok idem mono woke mitong yinuk sete mi manatore di kpan modongo mi ade kaison di tekebio. Mbago na meri yongo ke tanga mi idaka me ke bereke adi nama mi mfon ya iko yo mbago.
Edinama me ukara state kwa ibu meketo mo asogodo ritat mono wenyen kebanga ufauna mudongo ame boyoke kideme unam adok mono widem tosen ame fruna dot ekesiyogenam aditang banga me ufauna mudongo mi ame baga ndunga nam yak ediongo kemponte wotos nata ado sei banga to dongo mi ke afat unadot kwa iswa ndungo nko anyongo grobo ke ado me abia ibok makara esegem kpo banga unami kpong ekeme adikpan mudongo mi ketum mono wo ado awo keda ka ki word commissioner segem kpo banga ndutumi wang matam okoko amasnu yo akot mono wo yage wong edibo usobo aditbe mfon ame ukara state mi ekemme munam ame rongo ke yewo manatoro edi kan ikpan me ufaunam udongo mi adibo yum mono wo adori nam aritbe eno nam mi amedogo kirkotu akpanpo ameke na makiri na mami asogori kaiso ke ufang uruakit mi kufagutum NTA abasenya ekpeyon
Kerison kaiso ndependaga mi wat adini enti wood nyong sanga ke usongo me fonno kiretnyen eboge koto scripture union anye kiret Nigeria esange ka ufagutum esegem kpo ebanga ndutumu fongwet ke setemi yitiu pep nsu bogutum dakada mekoto dasak kibibio manatorori diana kit inamutum fon yarikop mbogo mito kombogyen
isanga me eboge koto scripture union anye kiret Nigeria ke sanga ke ka ufagutum esegem kpo ebanga ndutumu fongwet ke setemi yitie ukpep nsu bogutum dakada eke kara akesogodo adiye musong nang ekperpe ndaganti burkotu iwat ke stetemi isanga me ete uwe mudo akarata usong asogodo kirkotu isang amenye sangake aka mention si ikpege ame bogomi eniege kira Nigeria nyeke nyeka na mayagedi yongo sikiben ammo idi mitie ammo he kagami ama bo ke imiyem yagukara inommi mo ifet yagi saki kpere mendito fogwet inommo ntotongo kpep ka banga nang ekpe keme adinam mkpo keti usong anyongo benge ukaritie dasak yageno usong mon ebogommo ukpemko ado commissioner segem kpo banga ndutum ufongwet ke state mi ete ubongo mo yensida iwo ke Dakada Skill Acquisition Center ma enoidem usoro kini ke tangiko ama komebogomi ke banga menti mkpo yemukpe ba ke moyo no ke ndito ufongwet asogodi andobo ke iya isemkpo yibanga mebenge amenye na memmo kiso ado ke Patrice ngami ema bongo kam ayire pendaga uforo yenkori mitie ameke kagami enyonge no mo eno nko ni kufogutomenti
ukangin tembok gen ke ibibetri do ba asem so so ke mupangutong min kere basenya ekpeyon pamba